Okay, we're getting ready to hive the bees. Some folks wanted to know, or watch at least, how we do this. And so I've kind of got these already set up. All three of these hives are going to be 2-hive systems. So this one right here is going to be a 2-hive with the queen in each brood box, each side. And then there will be a queen excluder on top to keep them from going side to side. Both queens have been in the packages with the bees for probably at least 3 days now. And so I've already prepped the queens. I've marked them, and we'll put 1 queen in each brood box. And then we'll put the tops on them. And I've put candy inside the queen cage, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. So you can see how they get themselves out. Basically, we put a piece of marshmallow in the opening, and then the rest of the bees will get them out. What you see on the top here, these are just pollen patties because we don't have a lot of pollen right now. And so they'll sense the pollen in there, and the queen will start laying right away. If she doesn't sense a lot of pollen coming in, which is their protein, then she won't start laying eggs. So this way, once she's out, she'll get started because she'll sense that there's pollen in the hive. And I'm using some new frames down here and some existing frames that already have honeycomb in them. That way she can get right to egg laying and not have to wait on the workers to create more space for her to lay. So this is the side by side, and this is vertical. And I've not done the vertical before. Last year I did side by side, and it worked out really well. The vertical, you end up with 1 queen in the bottom, 1 queen in top. And what we have is 2 queen excluder screens, and queens are much larger than the worker bees. So you put this excluder in that's got a very refined exact measurement that the worker bees can get through, but the queen can't. And so what you see there is a screen with a spacer and another screen. That way they can't sting each other through the screen. Queens will kill another queen. They won't hurt any other bees. Worker bees generally won't, once they've accepted the queen, they won't kill the queen. And so to keep the 2 queens apart, we have to put in that excluder, the queen excluder, or 2 of them, to create a space there where they can't reach each other. All right, so I'm going to shut this video off, and the next video you'll see me down here with the bees, inserting them in the hives. My assistant, I know her as Tigger. Everybody else knows her as Delilah or Lila. And so she's 7 years old. She's running the smoker today. Show them how it works. Okay, so she's going to calm the bees. All right, so I'm going to put you back up here to where you can see the hive. Okay. And so the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to show you the queens real quick. These are the queens. And you probably can't see, but there's a queen in there. And I've already marked her with red paint on the back. And what we do is we put a marshmallow in the end. And the worker bees will eat that marshmallow away and release her in a couple of days. And so I feel pretty comfortable doing it that way because the queens have already been with the workers for a couple days already, and so they should be associated with them. So right now it's about to get pretty intense as we put the bees in the hive. And so we're going to put half the bees on this side and half the bees on that side. And what we have is a 4-pound package of bees right here. And they have been with that queen now, like I said, for 2 or 3 days, already associated with. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to spray them with sugar water. You want to spray them? Okay.
I'll do the honor.
Okay. I'll hold the smoker. Okay, spray them really good. Don't spray the book. Okay, let's spin them around. Let's spray the other side.
We bring each side,
yep.
So all the worker bees get like calm.
Yeah, that'll calm them, and it'll coat their wings with sugar water, so they won't be quite as apt to be flying around our heads as we're trying to get them in the hives. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, you take the smoker again. Okay. It's working.
Yeah, for you.
All right. All right, so now I'm going to spray them again real quick while they're down the bottom. So now they're covered with sugar water, and here are all the bees. And it's about to get busy. We're going to put half of them over here and half of them over there. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put a queen on one side and a queen on the other. So we'll drop that in there.
One's landing on you.
Drop one in here. And then you always have to make sure the screen is not against the frame, so because they got to be able to find her. All right, so since there's several bees right there.
I like a bee on me. Can I spray them now?
You will hear in just a minute. Okay, so we got one side done. So now we'll do the other side. The reason you had so many of them out, so many of the frames out,
It dropped. Nothing.
is so you could get those in the bottom of the hive.
There, it's smoking.
Okay, so now we're going to take this one. Once again, we're going to twist it sideways so they can see the queen and feed the queen, because they'll be feeding the queen her whole life. And then we've pretty much got them done. We just now need to shake some bees over the queens.
Can I squirt them now?
And then just have to pound the box.
I want to squirt them now.
Yep, and then Lila's gonna start smoking them.
Right now?
Yep. Okay, just lightly. That's enough. Okay. And what that'll do is they'll sense there's a forest fire, and it will drive them down into the hive. And it also covers up the attack pheromones. So, yep, just lightly smoke them. Keep. No, that's enough. Just do it every couple, probably every 30 seconds. Okay, that's okay. Let them be for a little bit. And then I'll set this right here by the entrance, and that way the bees can find their own way back into their respective hive. They'll smell the pheromones of the queen, and then they'll head down, or they'll head into the hive. Okay, give them a little bit. See, they're starting to work down in.
Yeah, and eat the food.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough. You don't want to smoke them too much.
Or they won't get too reactive.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too close when you smoke them either, because That'll be hot air coming out of there, okay?
Ew.
But look how far they went down in on this side already.
We're gonna spray them one time over there.
Yep. Not close though, just at a distance. Okay, hit them again. Okay.
They're already eating the bottom of that area.
Okay.
And when you see, when we smoke them, they get calmer.
Yep, they do.
And these go into the hive faster.
Yeah. This over here on this side, on the left side, went in pretty fast, didn't it?
Yep. You're getting the smoke in my eye. I already got enough in my eyes.
That's a hazard.
Right there, it'll get there.
Yeah. Okay.
As you see carefully how I'm holding the bee, I have my gloves on so
Yeah.
it wouldn't be able to
Oh
see.
yeah, you got a little girl in your hand there.
And when it
Yeah.
flies off, it uses its wings to fly.
Yeah. Now, Lila, are worker bees girls or boys?
They're both.
Worker bees are mostly girls, right?
Yep.
Okay. So this is a queen excluder. That's what I was describing earlier. That the other box has both. I've got two of these layered for the other type of 2 queen hive.
Oh, I have two.
So I'm just trying to work them down in here without squishing them. There's some in between the 2 hives here, so I'm trying to get them in without get this down without squeezing bees.
2 bees are on me. Now, as you see, when they try stinging you, they can't.
That is correct. Okay.
There's too much smoke.
Alright, so then we're going to put this on the top. This is called an inner cover.
Now you see, I'm holding 2 bees.
And I've taken a telescoping lid and I've just cut it in 2 for this side. And I've got another one for the other side.
Now this keeps them separated.
And that keeps the 2 queens separated. That is correct.
Get off. Oh, this one just really likes me. I'm gonna bring this one home. He really likes me. We don't know if this is a girl or a boy right now, but I bet it's a girl.
Yep, all worker bees are girls. Boys are called drones.
Oh, I think that. Oh, you're still there. I'm surprised you really like me.
Okay. Now we're going to put in some sugar water.
I mean, this. We are going to take a break. Oh. Okay, we're going to go back over here now and see. Right now, the bees are calm. With the sugar water. There it goes. I'm trying to get this one. off me. It doesn't want to get off me. You see right now how this bee's crawling on it has some legs.
Uh-huh. All right, so we have now hived
All
a
the bees.
two queen colony hive. So now we're just going to go back up. We're going to go get
I'm gonna stay here, okay?
the other 2 packages of bees,
I wanna stay here.
and we'll finish hiving the other
Stay
packages.
here, okay? With all my bee friends.